Well, we're in the hill country of Texas, north of San Antonio. And while we're here, I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance on the camper while Mrs. P's doing laundry. First thing we're going to work on are all of these blinds around. While we're traveling, yeah, they're coming loose. So we're going to pull them down and see if we can get a fix on them. All right, so the first part, this metal valance has 2 screws on each side. And it seems like it still is attached. It just lifts right off the top, so that's good. And then we have this little roller shade. It rolls up. And that seems to be our problem right here. There's a bracket in the back corner where the screws pulled out of the wall. That's not good. All right, these look like they have little clippies on the bottom. Oh, my goodness. There's one. And 2. That went about like you'd expect. All right, so up here above the window, there's just a little bracket there. There's one over on this side that's also loose. And these are the holes where the valance was screwed in. There's one on each side. And those don't feel too bad. I think we'll just take those brackets off, put some toothpicks and wood glue in there, and call it good enough. Probably don't even need a screwdriver for this. We can just pretty much pull them out of the wall. So looking at these holes, they're pretty big and the toothpicks aren't going to fill it very well. So we'll probably have to stick 2 or 3 in there to get it all filled up. We're going to use a little bit of Type Bond Ultimate Waterproof Glue. Put a little bit right here on this piece of cardboard. Alright, so we cut the toothpicks down to a reasonable length, about the thickness of the wall. Give it a little roll in the glue. Try not to get it too much all over my hands. And with any luck, you just insert these into the wall. Maybe use the back of a screwdriver or something to push them in. There we go. Now let that sit there and dry a little bit. We don't want to let it dry too much. We want the glue still wet when we put the screw back in there, I think. We have all 4 of the holes filled with toothpicks and wood glue. We'll put a little bit of glue on the screws that we're going to put in those holes. And let's get those brackets mounted. Alright, so we put this thing right in the middle here. All right, after quite a bit of work, we got those 2 brackets reinstalled and got the blind reinstalled. I wanted to make sure to get the blinds and everything up on the wall while the glue dries. That way we don't break it loose when we put it together. The next step is to put the valance back over the top. And it just kind of clipped in. It seemed to slide behind a little bit. That seems good. So I'm just rolling the screw in a little bit of glue here on the end of it, and then we should just be able to put it in there. Can't see nothing. And when you put the screw in, you don't want to push the screw too hard. You want to twist it and let it bite into those toothpicks so you don't push the toothpicks through the hole, and I don't know where they might end up. We're not going to over tighten this. We're just going to give it a nice little tweak. Feels like it's biting pretty good. Gonna roll our other screw in some glue. Hi, Mrs. P.
Hi.
Good enough. Oh yeah, no rattle there. All right, we're just gonna pull the blind down, let it sit there, mainly because we don't want to watch the guy's trailer next to us. All right, that's 1 down. We have 2 more to go, and then we'll move on to something more fun. Well, I finished all the blinds projects, so Mrs. P sent me to the laundry room to pick up the last load of laundry. It looks like there's about 3 minutes left on the timer, So I'll just wait a few minutes. The building where they have the laundry room is super old. It's made out of all limestone on the lower half and the back wall. And looks like plywood partitions in the middle. But as rustic campgrounds go, it's pretty nice facilities. Mrs. P gave me very clear instructions to do not put the laundry basket on the floor or on the counter. So we're doing the best we can. All right. We got all the clothes out of the dryer, put them in the basket. We won't tell Mrs. P how many things fell on the floor going from the dryer to the basket. That'll just be our little secret. So another camper project I need to get done is trying to fix a leak behind the toilet. This could go really poorly. First thing we need to do is turn off the water pump pressure. Release all the pressure in the line just by opening the faucet here. Perfect. So here's the situation. I'm noticing a little bit of water right down here on the bottom. And it looks like this fitting right here is leaking. And it looks like I should just be able to tighten that thing up, but it's made out of plastic. Yeah, I'm laying on the floor under the toilet, camping. And they use these 1/2-inch cone washers between that fitting. So I bought a pack of those. But I think first we're just going to put a pair of pliers on it and lightly tighten it, see if it gets better. Or a lot worse. So we're just going to try to give this thing a little tightness. Just about that much. So we're just going to use a little bit of toilet paper. Luckily it's right above me here.
Right, I think I would be the same way. If I live like this.
We'll dry up the floor so that there's no moisture down here. Alright, we'll just get all this dried up. It's not that bad, but it's just enough to be irritating. Now we'll turn back on the water pressure and let it sit for a couple hours. And we'll see if it's fixed. Probably not. So we have deer out here in the yard. There's one over here by the garage eating something. The deer says, yeah, I don't think so. I don't know you. I think I'm going to run. All the other ones are going to run. Wow, they have a whole flock. Or a herd. Those are all the does, all the girls. I don't know where the boys are today. There's usually about 3 or 4 of them around. So my father-in-law is having problems with wild pigs coming onto the property. And they dig up all the grass. And the only real solution is to get somebody to hunt these pigs. Not something we're going to do on this trip. You can see over here the grass is all nice. And then there's an area where the pigs just decided to get in here and dig it up. That's what pigs do. Well, good morning from the hill country of Texas. We're getting ready to get on the road this morning. I think I have everything on the outside of the camper finished except putting up the entry stairs. Mrs. P is still working inside. I have to take the trash to the dumpster. This is the old building I was talking about when I was doing laundry. This is the outside. It's an old limestone building with barrel tile roof on it. Has an old-fashioned short fireplace with a clean out here on the outside. There's a second fireplace here, same variety with a little clean out on the side, and another fireplace here on the back side. It's nice and toasty on the inside. This is the inside of one of the fireplaces, and you can see it's a pretty big fireplace, but that clean out is definitely not accessible from the inside. But this little building is like a time capsule, and I did find a plaque. 1863 is when this thing was built. It even smells old. I don't know if these tile floors are original, but they look pretty old. I don't think they are because it's different than the entryway. This is over on the kitchen side. Here's that other fireplace that we saw from the back. This fireplace on the kitchen side has some Mexican tiles on it. You can see here's a guy here doing some type of fishing. A mom and her daughter doing some type of gathering of flowers. Somebody carrying some things. A girl all decked out for a fiesta. We have some guy over here trying to catch a chicken. I'm guessing he's trying to catch it. And a mariachi sitting on a fence practicing his guitar. That's pretty neat. The tile in the kitchen looks like it's probably from the 1950s or something like that. Has these little hexagon things, an old farm sink, some stainless steel banded cabinetry. It's kind of cool to walk into an old building like this and see that it's still serving a purpose, so that's really neat. All right, let's get back to the camper, see if Mrs. P's ready to go.
Okay, here we go. I don't know what day it is, but now we are on our way to Abilene. We're going to Abilene State Park, and it is 4 to 5 hours away from Spring Branch. So we're heading north. Let's go.
Dusty boots and a half-filled tank, leaving town, nothing left to thank. That billboard is fading in the rearview mirror's glare. I ain't looking for a city light or a fancy room to spend the night. I'm just looking for the magic in the thinning mountain air. 'Cause it ain't about the map or where the dotted line ends. It's the coffee in a diner with some brand new stranger friends. It's the song we sang to the radio through in the morning soaked in dew. The miles are just a story that I'm writing as I stray. It's never been the finish line, it's the memories along the way. Remember that flat in Abilene, the wildest sky I've ever seen. We sat on the shoulder till the stars began to crawl. We didn't reach the coast that day, but I wouldn't trade a mile away for the way we laughed until we felt 100 feet tall. Windows down, let the wind blow through the years, washing out the worries and the quiet, heavy fears. Every curve is a secret, every bridge is a gift, just a long, winding road and a soul starting to live. 'Cause it ain't about the map or where the dotted line ends. It's the coffee in a diner with some brand new stranger friends. It's the song we sang to the radio through in the morning soaked in dew. The miles are just a story that I'm writing as I stray. It's never been the finish line, it's the memories along the way. Yeah, I keep the cruise control on steady, I'll get there when I'm ready. But for now I'm chasing shadows and the light, just enjoying the ride. Yeah, it's the memories along the way. Just keep driving.
All right, and just like that, we're at Abilene, Texas State Park. The campsite itself is off of this little circle. It's a paved site, kind of. A little old, but good. It was a little low on that side. We had to jack up the camper a little bit. We do have a picnic table, a fire ring out there behind this big old cedar tree. I went ahead and put the stabilizers down, got the steps all level, got the camping chairs out, a beer in the side pocket, and I hooked up the electricity because it's still Texas hot out here. Mrs. P's inside cleaning up after our travel day.
We're all good.
So the campsite's surrounded by looks like cedar and mesquite. So those are cedar trees right in front of us. And there's a mesquite tree back there by that electric box. You can tell the difference just by the way they are. So it looks like here at Abilene State Park, there's several different camping loops. This one is called the Brushy Trail Camping Loop. And that's going to do it for the day. You guys get outside, do something fun. Come back and tell me about it.
Where the dotted line ends. It's the coffee in a diner with some brand new stranger friends. It's the song we sang to the radio through in the morning soaked in dew. The miles are just a story that I'm writing as I stray. It's never been the finish line, it's the memories long away. Yeah, I keep the cruise control on steady. I'll get there when I'm ready. But for now I'm chasing shadows and the light. Just enjoying the ride. Yeah, it's the memories long away. Just keep driving.